Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. Thanks for watching. For today, I am here alone. Ike is around the corner, and Lincoln's sitting on the couch like a cat on the back of the couch, looking outside. And then if you have to run an errand, it makes you so sad because he's sitting there looking out the window and you see him as he watches you drive away. It's sad, but anyway. Okay, on to today's video. There's lots of sad things I could talk about. Maybe I need to do depressing Mondays or moody Mondays, manic Mondays, morbid Mondays, whatever. Okay, so for today I thought I'd talk about skincare brands sold at Sephora and who owns them. So I've got 9 brands, popular brands at Sephora, and I'm going to talk about who actually owns them because sometimes this is surprising, and I always learn something new going through this because brands change hands often, and it's nice to know who your money's supporting because sometimes it ends up being icky companies like Nestle, and you want to know. Okay. And then sometimes, you know what, even if you know when you have a holy grail product, it's like, what do I do? You know? There's always that quandary. So, okay. Number 1 today is the Inky List. So, the Inky List was founded in 2018. Simple packaging. I'm sure I have one of their right here. Here we go. The Inky List. Simple packaging, simple products. Kind of a knockoff of The Ordinary, but founded by Colette Laxton and Mark Curry, based in the UK. They position themselves around ingredient transparency and accessibility, which makes sense because something like this, 10% azelaic acid serum is about, what, $13? So it's very affordable, similar to The Ordinary. So, interesting that Aria Growth Partners, Unilever, and 29 Capital Partners are all investors in this brand. And as of right now, the current information I have is that the biggest shareholder in the Inky List as of right now is Unilever. It's kind of a bummer because they're just a giant corporation that owns a lot of stuff. It's hard to get really excited about a brand when they're owned by a giant multi-conglomerate organization that's mega wealthy, worth billions. It's really hard to, it's a little bit more easy to get excited about a tiny brand, but at least for me, maybe some people it doesn't, you know, if the product works for you, it works for you. So the biggest shareholder, Unilever, the co-founders have 6% and 10% respectively. The Inky List, they have a lot of frequent new releases, which is kind of the red flag because a lot of small indie brands, they can't afford to be coming out with 10 new products every month. They can't afford the R&D. They can't afford the manufacturing, the packaging to get going that fast. You need to be kind of run by a giant corporation. Okay, next up is Paula's Choice, which was, the brand was founded in 1995 by Paula Bergone, a cosmetic reviewer that's authored many books on cosmetics. Her most popular one was Don't Go to the Cosmetics Counter Without Me, which was back in the day when to buy all your cosmetic products, you'd go to like Macy's or what would have been Dayton's or Nordstrom, Cameraman, Sears. Did Sears ever have a cosmetic? I don't know. But you know what I mean? Those big companies, Dayton's, what else was it called? Carson Peary Scott, Macy's. What else were they? Dayton's. There's something else in between there, but I can't remember. Anyways, what? Dillard's, yeah. Anyway, so back then, that's how you used to get cosmetics. There wasn't really Ultas and Sephora's everywhere like there is now. So she became popular after writing that book. She started a website and started her own brand. She became a big seller here. So Bertram Capital became the first brand's institutional investor in 2012. Later on, TA Associates joined them and became an investor in 2016. And then, unfortunately, I hate to say this unfortunately, in 2021, Unilever acquired Paula's Choice from these companies and has it as part of their portfolio. Kind of a bummer again. So you got 2 big companies, both totally different brands, totally different price points, but you know what? They both have some of the things in same. Frequent new releases, and then with Paula's Choice, the prices are going through the roof. So, yeah. Okay, next up is Biossance, which was initially founded in 2016 by Amyris Inc., which is a biotech company, and they really were focused on actually like sugar sustainable types of sugar, artificial sweeteners without calories, things like that. Sugar. They were really invested in sugar. So they synthetic biotech company. They also own another brand, if you remember, called Pipette Skincare, which was known for their sunscreen and baby products. And this brand, I don't know, it must have been from some of their other ventures, but they went bankrupt in 2023. And interestingly, the Hut Group purchased Biossance and now is the owner of Biossance. The Hut Group, a lot of you will recognize the name. They owned a lot of they started on websites, look fantastic, feel unique, things like that. Lots of other brands too. And then they started by Cult Beauty. They always wanted to get in the U.S. market, so they bought Dermstore, which is why their customer service kind of went downhill. And now they really want to get in the brand, so they bought Biossance. And they really haven't done a whole lot with this brand as of yet. But the Hut Group also has some skincare brands, Grow Gorgeous, Ameliorite, things like that. They already own some of those brands. So, okay, number 4 is Augustinus Bader, which is valued at $1 billion, which I get. I don't think I have anything from them on my countertop right now because they're freaking expensive. I usually just buy them when they're in gift boxes or on sale. But founded in 2018, Augustinus Bader himself was a stem cell biology expert and used this passion for this to put into his skincare brand. He partnered with a banker, Charles Rosier, to fund his passion project. Eventually, a third party came in, which was a Jacques Verrat, who became the majority investor. So him and the other 2 co-founders still own the majority of the brand. However, there's also a lot of other investors, notably a telecom billionaire and Antoine Arnault, which is the executive for Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy. So, interesting. Got $1 billion there, which is about what Shiseido purchased Drunk Elephant for. Is pretty close to $1 billion. And I don't know if they're too happy with how it's going right now. But anyway, next up is Beautyblender founder. Beautyblender was founded by Rhea Ann Silva, a renowned Hollywood makeup artist with over 30 years of experience. In 2003, she created the original pink sponge. Now it's got all different shapes and colors and color-changing ones, which she owns a patent on. She owns a patent on a lot of things. So, yeah, so she created this. Apparently, as of today, she is still the CEO and owner of the brand. Owner of a lot of patents, too. Pretty amazing story, so I like that. I like knowing I like supporting, you know what I mean? She was brilliant. So, and what she created was amazing, and all the patents, awesome. Okay, next up is Milk Makeup, which used to get talked about a lot more. I feel like it's fading into the background. I'm not sure why, but they're really doing amazing for a while. Now it just kind of feels like they're kind of trickling slowly off into nowhere, but that could just be me too. So they were founded in 2016 by Mazdak Razi and Zana Roberts Razi and a couple other people. So they were founded in 2016. They came out with a lot of skincare and makeup products. It's currently owned by Waldencast, which is a publicly traded beauty and wellness company. They acquired Milk Makeup in a 3-way merger. They purchased Milk Makeup at the same time as they purchased Obagi. Do I have an Obagi product? Probably. Somewhere I haven't. Oh, here we go. Obagi. So they purchased these in a 3-way merger. So in November of 2021, they formed a multi-brand platform valued at $1.2 billion. At this point, Obagi and Milk Makeup are both owned by Waldencast, and they also own a company called Safa, which is a leading injectable hyaluronic acid line. Have a dermatologist inject it. You don't want to mess with that stuff. So vascular occlusions can happen. I've read of people trying to do it themselves. Even when you have a great, knowledgeable person, it's still possible. So I won't mess with filler. It's a bridge too far for me personally, but yeah, most people that have it love it, so whatever. Skinfix, next up. Skinfix, I love this brand. They're amazing. It's a privately held company founded by Amy Gordinier in 2014. In November of 2021, Skinfix received a minority investment from Stride Consumer Partners, which is a private equity firm founded by Castiana Partners. Skinfix has been through multiple iterations. They started and they were a lot on QVC. Then they were at Ulta for a while. Then they disappeared there. Then now they're at Sephora. They've been through many packaging changes, many branding type changes, things like that. But they've got a lot of goodies out there. Oh, here's one. Skinfix, love it. But they're kind of expensive, but anyway. So they supported the brand's growth and innovation with their money in, investment. In September of last year, the founder stepped down as CEO and someone else took over. They remain active as the business founder, but as of right now, Stride Consumer Partners holds a minority stake and the rest of the company still remains privately owned with their original founder. So kind of interesting to hear. Two more. Next up is Summer Fridays. They're a clean, California-inspired skincare and makeup brand founded in 2018 by two influencers. The brand initially took off launching their jet lag mask, which was interestingly had a lot of complaints on there's a website where you can report adverse cosmetic reactions. So if I put on this moisturizer and I broke out in hives or something, you could report an adverse reaction. So another brand that has had a lot of complaints about this is EOS, that lip balm company. A lot of complaints about it. So they eventually changed that formula because it was full of like peppermint oil and synthetic fragrance. Now it's fragrance free. I swear I have this one right about somewhere in my cabinet too. Yep. Here we go. I like the fragrance free version. New. Oh yeah, updated formula. It says on the corner. This one's kind of old. It's been in there a while. But yeah, so they kind of changed in 2024. Summer Fridays received a strategic growth investment from TSG Consumer Partners, which is another private equity firm specializing in consumer brands. As part of the investment, they acquired a majority stake in the company, and the two co-founders still retained a significant ownership share. They've also gotten a couple other funding during other funding rounds. And last but not least is Kora Organics, which is very short because it's founded by a model, Miranda Kerr. She's the founder, managing director, and majority owner. As of today, she still retains 95% ownership of her brand. It was launched in 2009. So it's awesome that there's still a handful of these brands that are still owned by the people that originally started them. So a lot of brands are founded on passion. Some are just founded on money. And I like to support the ones that are founded more on passion than money, but you kind of need both, so I kind of get all of it. So anyway, curious if you guys have any thoughts, comments, questions, leave them below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.